Connect, how can I help you today?
Hi, can I get a small iced coffee with mocha and cream, please?
Thank you. You too. Hello, Lauren. I'm Lauren. Hello. So we are on the way to Yall Fest for year 3 for us.
Third time's the charm, isn't it?
Third time's the charm. I'm so excited. We have like a couple panels and keynotes and stuff that we're gonna go to. We each have one author that we are like really want to go see. But beyond that, we're just gonna chill. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm so ready.
I am excited as well.
So who are you excited to see, Kelsey?
I am excited to see. I'm sorry, this one is awful. There we go. If I go here, then you can still see it.
Hello.
So I am excited to see Jenny Han. She was there last year, but because we went to go see Alexander Bracken, that was our #1 last year, we never got around to checking out Jenny Han, which was fine. We saw her do one of the panels. I think she did the opening keynote last year.
Yeah.
Lauren, who are you excited to see?
I am excited to see Roshni Chakshi, and yes, I said her name right. I didn't love her newest book, but I like her middle grade series, the Arusha series, so I'm very excited. So I've only brought one book. I brought the second one in that series because, ironically, I bought the first one signed last year.
At Yall Fest?
At Yall.
That's so great. I didn't connect that.
So, but one is good, and I'm excited to meet her. So
Yeah.
she's also done one of the keynotes this year, so it all
That's
comes
true.
full circle.
She's doing, I remember the opening keynote is Holly Black, who I'm really excited about, and somebody that we both never heard of, so that's going to be great. But the openings are always fun. I like the opening keynotes. And then we're going to see a panel with,
Roshni Chakshi
Thank you.
and Kate DiCamillo.
yes, so there's kind of one for both of us in that one. But those are the two that are exciting to us, so that's our plan, and then we'll probably just like hang out and do stuff. So come and join us yet again. As far as reading wise goes, Lauren is also participating in the Believathon with me. So what are you reading? Have you finished anything fun?
I am, ironically, they're both part of the same series. So I am reading the Love Sugar Magic series by Anna Mariano. I think that's how you say her name. Which is about this girl named Leo who discovers that her and her family are actually witches whose spell power comes from baking. So it's pretty cool. So I read the first book in the series because I had a copy of it, and it was very good. I love the family dynamic, and I'm about 75% of the way through the audiobook for the second book in the series, which is A Sprinkle of Spirits, and it is much funnier than the first book. And I love Leo and her big family because they're such a mess, but they're like a great mess. So far it's been a really good start. So, but I gotta catch up a little because I'm a little behind, but it's fine. Everything is fine.
That's exciting though.
Yeah. What about you?
I have listened to a lot of the episode of Harry Potter on the way to you, actually, this morning when I was driving. I don't know what chapter I'm in, but they've gone to the ministry, and they've got the first Horcrux, but they don't know how to get rid of it, and Ron is being a dick, because he's wearing it and he's hungry all the time, and he hasn't left yet, but, like, I know it's coming, like, it's, like, in the next, like, 2 chapters, I think he's gonna peace out. But yeah, like, there's so much more to these books that I forgot. Like, there's so much more. Like, they're sitting in the forest, and Tonks' dad, who, fun fact, her parents aren't in the movies at all.
I forgot she had parents.
She had parents. And then also there's that whole thing about her and Lupin having a kid, with the blue hair. But, like, he's Ted. I feel like it's Teddy.
I think it's
because,
Teddy.
like, her dad's name is Ted. So I think they named, anyway. But, like, yeah. But, like, he, I think, is technically in the movies, and, like, the very end scene, and, like, that, when, like,
They're all old and stuff.
yeah, when they're all old and they all get on the Hogwarts Express, I feel like he is in that scene with them. But, like, he's not, like, shown.
Clearly, I need to read this book and watch this movie.
I can't remember. But, like, yeah, so, like, he's not a thing. But, like, he and Dean and somebody else in the ministry and a couple of goblins, Grip Hook being one of them, are just like hanging out in the forest really close to where Harry, Ron, and Hermione are staying. So like they're learning about, right now, they're learning about how Ginny and I think Neville, and maybe one other person, but definitely Ginny, tried to steal the sword from Snape. But it's a fake. And Grip Hook is like laughing his head off about it. So like that whole scene, like I totally forgot about. Because I don't think we ever figure out that there's a fake. Like I don't think that's a thing in the movies, but it's definitely a thing in the books. Anyway, so that's interesting. I'm liking it. It's so much fun. My mom laughed at me today because I was re-listening to it, and I forgot to give her a call. So sorry, Mom. It's good. So that's where I'm at. I haven't read anything else, but I've listened to like a lot of them. So I'd say like maybe like 3 or 4 more chapters more is where I'm at from when I last updated y'all. But yeah, we're gonna do also Yall Fest things. Very excited. We have a
4 hours and 58 minutes.
That's how long it is left to get us to said hotel.
Yes.
And then all the fun things happen tomorrow. So, adventure time begins. Let's go.
Hello.
So we just made a Starbucks trip,
Oh wait.
and we have interesting new names now.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Oh, I am Lorraine.
Lorraine.
I ain't doing any running today, so she wrong.
And I am Chasey. So we have new names apparently.
Monday, I thought that I would just kind of come in here and kind of wrap up Yall Fest, but I was able to pick up some fun things at Yall Fest. I didn't go too crazy this year, so I'm really excited, and I got a lot of free stuff, so that's great. But like third time's a charm, I feel like, because a lot of the stuff I was able to tell what over like the past couple of years what I would use and what I wouldn't use, knowing that like maybe I shouldn't pick up a bunch of posters because like I'm not going to do anything with those, and only pick up some of the buttons and the stickers and stuff that I really enjoy, especially like when it comes to freebies and stuff. And there wasn't a whole lot of authors that like I needed to see this year, so Lauren and I both had like that one person. Mine was Jenny Han. So they had a cap usually at about 3 books, and she would only personalize 1, which is totally fine. Like I have no problems with that. But I got all of mine to all of those before, all 3 of those signed. But I only had her personalize the first one because for me the first one was my favorite. But this is it, and it says for Kelsey, Jenny Han. So it's a good day. So that was my big person. So that was really exciting, and I'm glad that we were able to talk to her because her line was not very long, at least when I got there. Like it had people in it. Like we were probably one of 100, but it wasn't like crazy. So that's exciting. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you some of the fun stuff that I picked up. Most of these are books. Like I've got like a couple pins to show you. But the first thing that I want to show you is this shirt, which I'm sure you saw some other time. It was an Epic Read shirt, and it says I have no shelf control. So I've been looking at this shirt for like a very long time, and when I saw it there, I was like, oh, and I'm really proud of myself because Michael from Michael Bookline here on YouTube actually works for Epic Reads, I assume, and he was there at the tent, and I didn't fangirl, so proud of myself. I almost legit, like I'm not even kidding you, I almost ran into Jesse the Reader, and he looked like he had places to be, so I didn't want to like stop him, but like he turned the corner and I was there, and I was like, oh, sorry, okay, and we're walking now. But yeah, let me just go in with some of the other stuff that I picked up. The first thing that I actually bought myself was this graphic novel. It's called Mara Tidebreaker. It is by Danielle Page, and she's the one who wrote all of the Dorothy Must Die books, so that's really exciting. And it was illustrated by Stephen Brine, and it just kind of takes place in Atlantis, and it's not super thick, and it is signed, so that's really cool by Danielle Page. But it takes place in Atlantis, and I really like the art style, and so I was really intrigued by this story, and it seems to be a like one and done. I don't think there's a series with it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's just one, so like I'm okay with that. But I picked up a graphic novel. I hadn't seen a lot of graphic novels there before, so I was really excited about this one, and it has like that folklore type thing, so very excited about that. And then I'll show you this one really quickly. I picked up the Blood's Heir. I got this from my cousin. I know nothing about this, but my cousin's really obsessed with this, and she's actually, her mom and her are the reason that Lauren and I know about this festival, and she wasn't able to go this year, so the least I could do was grab something for her. So I thought I would include this in the vlog just because like I did buy it, but it's like not for me, you know? I'll show you the other thing that I bought, and then I'll show you the free stuff. And it was called The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It is also signed, so that's really cool. And I don't know, but something about this just like drew me in. Basically, the women in this town are supposed to have all of these like magic aphrodisiac-y type of abilities where they can make grown men leave their beds in the middle of the night. They can like draw women to like lots of jealousy, all of that stuff. Until they're 16, for when they're banished into the woods to basically like rid themselves of all of this magic, to purify themselves, as they're called, and then come back home and be good wives and have kids, basically. But not everyone comes back from this grace year. And follows one of the girls as she goes through this grace year. It sounded interesting, and I thought, why not? But that's what I picked up. And then I did get 2 more books free. One of them is an ARC, and one of them I believe is already out. So I'll show you that one first, and that is Alex, Approximately by Jen Bennett. And I didn't really know anything about this book until I picked it up, but it seems like just like a fun romance book that I'm okay with that. It's a romance book. It sounded interesting, and it was free, so I'm excited. And then the last one is the ARC that I got. Y'all, to say I'm excited would be an understatement. This book comes out in February next year, so I'm hoping to actually like read a freaking arc before it comes out, because I do have a few arcs on my shelves, but like they've all come out at this point, and I'm not one who's like, I need the arc right now. Besides, like, the books that I really care about, I don't like having arcs just for the sake of having arcs. I like having arcs if they're books that I actually care about. And this would be one of them. And that is Of Curses and Kisses by Sandaya Menon. This is the author of When Devil Met Rishi, which I am obsessed with. I love that book. And this is a new start to a series that she's got going on that is based on Beauty and the Beast and like a boarding school. Need I say more? Because I'm excited. So this one will be read maybe next month, maybe not till January. But by God, I'm gonna finish this before February. That's really about it. But it was a really good weekend. Lauren and I had so much fun. We ended up going to the SmackDown, which we didn't plan on going to, but they were giving away tickets for free. And when I bought the gray sheer, the guy was like, "Are you going?" And we're like, "No." And he goes, "Well, here's some tickets if you want." And so we're like, okay. So we ended up going, and that was really cool. And then we actually met up. I'm gonna turn the light on because I am all there. Now you can see me. After SmackDown, we actually met up with this girl who we met in line last year. So that was really cool that she was back, and we were able to like meet up and say hey before we both went our separate ways. So like that was really exciting. So I'm really glad that, you know, we decided to go again, and we're already making plans for next year because we are these people. So it was a good weekend. Lauren and I had tons of fun. I hope you enjoyed the footage from it, but yeah, it was really great. I'm happy we went. But it is another day in the life of me, and I have literally done like nothing today. So I recorded a video, and my tripod's still here, which is why I'm messing with it. And I've been reading / listening, by reading I mean listening to the Harry Potter audiobook when I went down and back from Yall Fest. I only drove a little bit, so I met up with Lauren before going. And like, I think I've read maybe 150 pages since when I updated you last. I can't exactly remember, but it's not a whole lot. But Ron is back. They have the Sword of Gryffindor, like all of that stuff has happened now. For me, it like really picks up, ironically, where the second Deathly Hallows movie like picks up, which is right about Malfoy Manor area, because then that's the whole like they go to Gringotts and then they go back to the school, and then that's when like the fighting starts. So like all of that stuff I find more interesting, and like the very beginning more interesting. But like this in between where they're like doing stuff, but they're like not doing stuff because they don't know what they're doing right now, and they don't know where any of the other Horcruxes are, and so like it's just kind of like they're randomly camping now, and it's a little boring. But yeah, that's where I'm at with my reading. And I don't know what else my plans are for the rest of the day. I've got like a few errands I need to run, so I might just sit here and read a little bit before I go. I might edit a video. I'm not sure what's happening, but I thought you should see my face sometime today. So like probably not a whole lot of reading getting done today. I've already got 2 done, so I'm technically halfway to where I need to be to have completed this readathon. So I'm doing great. I have to remind myself of that because I'm looking at like how many books I want to read and not how many books are required, and so I need to like refocus that. But I'm gonna put all of the books that I now have scattered everywhere away, and then probably I might get started editing a video or reading. I'm not sure. We'll see what I do. We'll see.
another day. I haven't talked to you guys in like 2 days. So here I am, mostly because I just haven't been doing a whole lot. Let's see, I didn't talk to you on Tuesday or Wednesday. It is already Thursday. What is happening? But Tuesday, Chris had like a snow inclement weather day, so he was home and we just like hung out. So I didn't really do much that day besides be with him. And then yesterday, I didn't really do anything. So it was kind of a boring day. But I was driving around a little bit, and so I finished another book. So I ended up finishing Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Feelings. So I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars, obviously, but this one and the 6th one are definitely my top 2. I don't know which one's winning right now, probably the 6th one, but this one is just so good. I loved going back in this world, but this was just so good. My book is falling apart though, and that makes me really sad. I've discovered that one of the things that I really liked, at least in these books or in books in general, is kind of the info dumpy endings, which is they like sit you down and explain everything at once. And you get that in this book and in the 6th book as well, with Dumbledore. So he kind of just like sits down. Actually, a lot of the 6th book is like that, while they're like going through the memories and stuff like that, and you're learning a whole lot. And then we get that at the very, very end of this book too, where everything just kind of like, you've been piecing together pieces throughout the entire story, and now it's like, here is everything. And it's really info dumpy, but I like that because it's at the end and not like, it's important info dumpy and not like boring info dumpy, if that makes any sense. I'm so happy that I finished it, and I'm also really sad because that means that my Harry Potter reread is over, so I might sneak the play in like next month just so I have something else to finish out the year with, because I've read the play like once when it first came out, and now being in this world again and kind of, I don't know, just like everything being really clear in my head, I think it would be good to reread that one as well. But I finished another book, so I am very excited. So that is 3 down for this readathon. But yeah, so I chose this one for the prompt of read a book featuring magic. So that's 3 prompts down. Yay me. But that means I have to pick another book. So I think I'm going to pick up the audiobook for School for Good and Evil, because I have been reading this sparingly. Like, I'm still on chapter 5. I haven't touched it in like 5 days. But I think I'm going to pick up the audiobook for this one because I'm really interested in the story. I just can't like sit down and read, I guess. Like, it takes me a while to physically read this, whereas audiobooks are a lot easier. So I think that's what I'm going to pick up next. I actually did pick up The Bad Beginning for A Series of Unfortunate Events, the first one, and I read like a chapter last night, but I think I'm going to put this off until the weekend, just because like it was interesting, but like I want to be able to sit down and just like finish it, because like it's super short, and like I think I read for like 20 minutes and I've gotten like here already, so like this I can like knock out in a couple hours. So if I sit down like the weekend and do it, then I think that would be like, I kind of want to sit down and do this all in one sitting. So I think I'm going to put this one off. I did start this one, so I wanted to mention it here because I did technically start it. But yeah, like I will, I think, put it off until the weekend just to like, because I want to sit down and like focus on it, and I need to like, I have a million things to do in the next like couple days. So I think that's what's going to happen. But that means I have to pick up a physical book before, like I like having 2 physical books. So while this technically I am reading physically, I am putting it off, so I want to have another one right on hand. So I think I'm going to pick up Molly Warner's School Reporter. This is the only book that I've got on my list of things that I need to read left that I can't find an audiobook for. So I want to start this as soon as possible, so that if for some reason it takes me a very long time, I can still finish it by the end of the month. So I have talked about this one. If you watch my TBR video, you know that I'm emotionally invested in this one because the author of this book is now family. And I mean, I was interested in this book before he became family, but now that he's really family, like, I need to get this done. And it's just one that I'm really interested in because it's about journalism, and the author was a journalist, at least in news, and I was also in news, and so like I'm just intrigued to see that since I know this world and he knows this world, how I'm just interested to see like all of that, know what that's going to mean. So this will fulfill the prompt of a real world issue because Chris has read this and I asked him about it and he said that that would work. So I'm going to pick this one up maybe sometime today, maybe sometime tomorrow, but this will be the next physical read beyond that beginning, I think. So I am intrigued to read this one. Hopefully I can sit down and do it today. I'm not sure. I've got like a million things that I want to do today. I've got a lot of like around the house stuff, so I will be listening to a lot of the audiobook for School for Good and Evil. But like this is my to-do list. It doesn't look super long, but like there's a lot of stuff on here. And I just like need to do things. Mostly I need to winterize my closet because I haven't done that yet and I'm living out of a box and I just need to like, plus my drawers are a hot mess anyway, and so I just need to like fix everything. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab something to eat real quick, and then I think I'm going to just let this play in the background while I do some stuff. And then, actually, I've done 2 of the things on here. It's the most satisfying thing to, like, mark things off. But that is the plan for today. Yeah, that's what I got. I don't know what's going to happen. It'll be a good day. I do need to run to, like, Barnes & Noble at some point, but, like, it's not an emergency, but, like, I really want to do it. That is my update and my plan. Let's get organizing.
Agatha tackled her in a hug. I found the schoolmaster's tower. It's in the moat and there's guards, but if we can just get up there, then we can... Hi, nice to see you. Give me your clothes.
sometime on Friday night, but I just thought I would wrap up this vlog. I don't think I'm gonna do much more reading tonight. I think I'm gonna just basically hang out with Chris, watch some movies. We ordered pizza. I'm very, very excited about the pizza part. But yeah, so I thought I would just kind of wrap up what I've been reading for you guys. So as we all know, I finished Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This fulfilled the prompt for including magic inside this as well. This also would fit like a bunch of other prompts as well. So if I don't get every single prompt, I can probably include like at least 3 in this one. But this one was very good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I've talked about this before on my channel. I've talked about it before in this blog. I won't go into too much more detail, but I'm very glad that I've decided to reread this series. It was just a whim thing that I decided to do at the beginning of the year, and I'm really glad that I decided to go through it because it's been so long since I reread these books, and I'd never listened to them in an audiobook format before, so that was just a really cool experience overall. So I'm really glad that I decided to do this, and I was able to include a couple in this Believathon. Let's see. I have read a few pages of Molly Warner. This one was for the real world issues. I honestly haven't read enough to really say anything about it, except for that I already like the writing style. Like, I can already like the way this is gonna go. But like I said, I'm only like 2 or 3 pages into it, so like I don't know too much, but hopefully I can get some more of this done next week. But that is the next one that I'm currently reading. I'm still on chapter 2 for this one. Again, I'm hoping to sit down this weekend and really just kind of like get this in one go because, like I said, it's super tiny. But I like it so far. And this was to fulfill the prompt of reading a children's classic. And then I do have some updates on the School for Good and Evil. I've listened to the audiobook of this over the past couple of days, and I'm now somewhere, actually I'm almost done with chapter 10. I'm really close to starting chapter 11, which is about 160 pages in, so already so much farther than I was before. Loving it. I'm very excited to see where this is going to go. But this was for the creepy read, I think, the atmospheric read. What was this one for? It was a creepy and atmospheric read. Look at me. I'm really intrigued. We're starting to get into the world a lot more, and the more you go into it, the more you understand why these 2 people are in the houses that, you know, or the school that they're supposed to be in. Sophie, who is supposedly the picture perfect princess, all of that stuff, is in the good school for evil, and like I could tell from chapter 1 why she was going to be in the school for, you know, evil. And Agatha, the one who is supposed to, who seems like she would be in evil but actually is in the school for good, is a little more wary. I'm not quite sure. I think she's going to test a lot of the bounds of like what good is. Because like she wants to be alone, she's a loner, she doesn't really want to do all of these things. She did step foot in the school for evil at one point and failed at home, and like she's not an evil person, and like I don't get that. I think she's a misunderstood person, but she doesn't feel right in the school for good. I really like this. It's awesome. I have a feeling that Agatha is going to end up romantically involved with our main prince, who we have met, but like they hate each other right now. So I'm sensing some hate to love, and I'm very excited about it. But yeah, so I am adoring this book, and I've read like 5 chapters since then, and I'm like a third of the way through, so this is a good start. I'm invested in these people. But that's all that I've got for you guys this week. It's been a lot of stuff has happened with Yall Fest, and I didn't get as much reading done this week as I wanted to, but I did complete a book, so I'm at 3 out of 4 books. So if I do get one more done, I will have technically succeeded in this readathon, but I'm going to try to read as many as possible, obviously. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know down below if you guys are participating in Believathon, how your reading is going so far. But that's it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to be part of this awesome family we've got going on over here. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!